Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. So, if you've seen either the thumbnail for the video or the actual video, you'll recognize this. I did my first OG Conspiracy News video on the drop of Panic! At the Disco's new song, which came out June 1st. And boy, does it express some deep meaning to me that I want to share with you guys. Now, I like to talk about how there are Panic! At the Disco and even Katy Perry songs that have some sort of conspiracy vibe to it, but this is not that. When it comes to this song reminds us of how we have to be conscious of the fact that dreams, celebrity, and what we do with those can have the meaning, purpose that we give it. First of all, welcome to another video. I'm Ann Blackwood, your Silicon Valley Sage Sister, here to bring consciousness to the forefront of your daily life to make life a little kinder and simpler. So, I've got the lyrics up here for Viva Las Vengeance, and that's what the VLV stood for if you watched my other video. And this song just has so much that points to how you can collect all the things, all the money in the world, but if you don't have deeper purpose, if you don't have good mental health, if you don't have deeper meaning in your life, none of the things that you collect matter. Which is why people like Wayne Dyer talk about how they give away all of the things that they had, physical possessions in their lives. And I'm not saying we have to give up everything, because one of the other things that Wayne Dyer likes to point out is that no amount of starving, no amount of being poor is going to help anyone else who is starving and poor. So this is what I want to get into with this Viva Las Vengeance song today, because there are lines like, oh, what's a good one to start off with? The first pre-chorus is, I don't want to be a diva, I just want to be free, living the dream. It also talks about people not caring, people not feeling, and how this is just normal. And then it gets to the second pre-chorus, where it says, I don't want to be anonymous, but I don't want to be you. In a city full of promises, nothing rings true. And that was the first line that really just popped out at me when it came to where this song was going with this feeling, this reminder that sure, we can be famous, sure, we can have lots of money, but if you don't have that deeper meaning in your life is going to be shallow. Without the deeper meaning, your life is going to be hollow. You are going to feel hollow. You are going to feel low. So we have to be aware of how we are collecting these things, but not just how, but why. Why do I want the things that I want in my life? So this last line really punctuates and really wraps this all up with the meaning that it has. And my voice is a little hoarse because I was singing this on my way home because I was listening to it, preparing to talk about this. Let me see if I can, because it's so good. Giving up a key to, let's try that again, shall we? Giving up the key to paint a masterpiece. What am I doing here? Stuck here in the weeds, on a road that leads to nowhere, to nowhere, to nowhere. You get the point. But oof, giving up the key to paint a masterpiece. What am I doing here? Stuck here in the weeds, on a road that leads to nowhere. And he says that to nowhere over and over. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times? To nowhere, really punctuating that. Feeling like you have to give up what's really meaningful, the key to do the masterpiece, the superficial thing. And becoming stuck in the weeds on a road that leads to nowhere. If that isn't obvious, I don't know what is. Giving up the key to paint a masterpiece. The key is having that meaning in your life, having that sanity, that mental health. And is really the difference between what makes what you're doing meaningful or superficial. Because if it has that meaning behind it, it is no longer superficial. It is that masterpiece. But the masterpiece becomes hollow if it doesn't have that key, that meaning behind it. So you become stuck in the weeds because you expected to get one thing out of it and you didn't. And you're on that road that leads to nowhere because it didn't start with that meaning. Pairing that with these feelings of, I don't want to be invisible. I don't want to be anonymous. But I don't want to be you in a city full of promises. Nothing rings true. Our intentions behind what we do matter just as much as what we do. And what we do should be informed by our intentions. 100%. So anytime you are questioning, should I do this? Should I have this? Should I buy this? Should I wear this? Anything in your life, ask yourself why. Why do I want to do this? Do I want to do this because it makes me feel good? Because it just makes me feel good? Or am I doing this because other people make me feel good? Other things make me feel good. Because the feeling has to come from within if it's gonna have any meaning. Anything we do that requires other people or other things to fill us, even though things like that can add to it, it has to be a bonus. It cannot be the primary reason because it doesn't carry the same weight. So for instance, I talk about how I'm doing these videos for you guys, but I would be learning the things that I do these videos about whether anybody was watching my videos or not. So yeah, the videos themselves are not just for me, but what I'm learning, I would be doing this whether anyone else was involved or not, whether or not I had clients that I worked with one-on-one. I would be doing everything that I'm doing for me. It is a bonus that I get to help others with what I've learned over my lifetime. It is a bonus that I get to share these videos with you, share the insights that I've learned and gained from all of the studying, research, meditation, thought exercises, amazing conversations that I've had over the years. And literally when I say lifetime, I mean lifetime. Everything, back as far as I can think to when I was 3, has built on what I do now. So I just want to ask you today to start looking at why you do things. Because if there is not a deeper meaning behind what you're doing, you're going to get to the end of it and it's going to feel hollow. It's going to feel shallow. Because there is no amount of things, people's praise, a clout that you can collect that is going to really mean anything in here at the end of the day. You have to have a deeper purpose. And that's why I talk about how the spirit aspect of mind, body, and spirit that I do with my clients, even for those who aren't deeply spiritual or deeply religious, is purpose. Because we can all have something that lights us up. That's what gets us up in the morning. Every one of us. Even if we don't plan on being some massive face, I don't want greatness. I want to help others be great. And if that means I have to be known by lots of people to do that, more and more, for more and more people, then that's what I want. But not because I want to be known, not because I want to be famous, but because I want to help as many people as I can. And in this day and age, that's how you do that. By having lots of people know who you are. That's how you help lots of people, is by having lots of people know who you are. So I don't care about greatness. I care about helping others be great. There's a quote that says something about, when all is said and done, a great leader leaves people feeling like they did it themselves. And that's what I want. I want to share these things with everyone that I can, so that at the end of the day, they can really feel like they took charge of their life, made it better, happier, healthier, as I say, kinder and simpler. Because we all deserve happiness, and we can all thrive rather than just survive. Thank you guys for joining me for another video. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. That includes working with me one-on-one. If you're ready to do all the things, get not just healthy, not just do the healing, but get proactive when it comes to your mind, body, and spirit health and happiness, I want to help you do that. I want to help you end the cycles of suffering in your life so that you can get off of that hamster wheel of hurting and healing and actually start really thriving. And we do that with getting proactive rather than just reactive. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, there are links in the description to do that. There are links to my Patreon, which has all the guided meditations, journal exercises, intuitive lifestyle course, workshop replays, my spirituality 101 and 2.0, all of the things that I've collected over the years and put out as videos for self-study. Those are all over on Patreon, and starting it is just little as $23 a month. You get everything that I just mentioned. And then if you sign up for either of the other 2 tiers that I have, those give you even more. I also have dōTERRA, the link to dōTERRA, your one-stop shop for all your natural living needs, which is the best, purest. Like, dōTERRA is literally the best when it comes to all of your natural living needs, getting rid of all those synthetic chemicals in your life, in your home, and replacing them with the best plant-based products. Other links in the description, like my mailing list, if you would like to get in on the free workshop I'm about to do, Ritualize Your Life, or any of the free workshops that I do in the future, or free meditations. You got to be signed up for my email list. And as always, guys, may the energies you serve you well, and let's keep making our way through.